Hey everyone, it's Captain Amazing, and today we're going to be expanding on my mod series and talking about mod filters. But before that, I have to give you a quick warning, so let's jump into it. First, you have to protect what you've earned. When you are working mods, sometimes we take off our mods, sometimes we unequip our mods, sometimes we sell just a mass amount of mods really quickly. It's important that you find a standard of what mod speed secondaries are important to you, and then you need to lock that mod. So if you see, I have two mods here. The top one is locked, the bottom one is not locked. To lock a mod, you just click that the bottom left hand corner, that mod, you just click that and it locks your mod. So protect your mods, lock them. Don't make the mistake of selling excellent mods from your accounts because you work so hard to build them. Don't lose them for an easy mistake. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the game. So first, I'm going to go over the mod filters, what they are, and then after I talk about all my filters, I'm going to explain how we build them. So the first mod filter we're going to have is selling poor primary stats that you just don't need in your account. And so that's for the arrow, the triangle, and the cross, selling defense percent and accuracy percent mods. They're just not good. You don't want them. Sell them. Don't invest in them. The first thing you're going to do is just get them out of your account. It's very important that this one you do not select that diamond, because diamonds only can have defense percent primaries. So if you build this filter, you have to ensure that you are only collecting, or you're only selecting what I tell you to select. Next, we're going to reveal all secondaries on all our mods except for grays and gold. The reason is gold already has all their secondaries revealed, and then gray gray mods we're gonna work them separately. So that separate filter is here for gray mods. The reason we work them separately is because for credits, you usually only reveal gray mods to level 6, maybe level 9, or if you're really rolling and you got the bankroll, go ahead and take them to 12. But especially for those new players, you want to take gray mods to level 6 to save on that credit crunch. Next filter we're going to go over is selling the mods that have no speed secondaries. So you're just going to do this in a one quick filter. You just go in, you select all the mods, and then you sell them. Next, we're going to work on our mods from the bottom up. The reason we do this is as we work our gray mods into green mods, they may have higher potential than the green mods we currently have, and then for blue, purple, gold, etc. as we go. So you want to work from the bottom up once you start slicing the mods. So I'm gonna go over how to build all these quick working gray, green, blue, purple, and gold, because you should work on them separately on each tier. Next, we have the 6 dot mods. 6 dot mods are going to be a little differently on how we work them. I'm going to expand on how you do that, and then it's going to be a little different on those filters. And then finally, we work our speed arrows. This is a pretty simple filter, but speed arrows are important. You should ensure that you have enough in your account for when you start modding new characters, or you're looking for some specific stats on your secondaries for those speed arrows. So it's important to have some hanging around. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into how we're gonna build these filters. So first thing is selling, and then a quick note on how you save these filters once you have it how you want it to be. As you can see in the bottom middle, it has save filter. It's grayed out because I haven't made any changes from the filter I currently have. But once you have set it up exactly how you want it, you need to save that filter. It's going to prompt you to name it, and then you name it whatever you want to make it easy for you to understand what that filter is. But you can see my naming conventions on the left. You can copy them, or you can have your own naming conventions. It's up to you. All right, so for selling accuracy and defensive mods, first thing we're going to go, and I'm going to go from top to bottom on all these settings so that I fully explain what you're doing here. So only unassigned mods, because we're working our new mods. We have the arrows, the triangles, and the crosses, any set, and then primary stat, you want to hit accuracy percent and defense percent. Filter secondaries should be on default, at least is default, rarity is default, and any tier is default. So once you have all that saved or set, you save it. Next, we're going to go on reveal our secondaries. So for the secondaries, you're going to go again only unassigned to mods because we're working our new mods here. Any slot. And the reason we're doing any slot is those arrows, we're going to work speed primary arrows separately. For arrows that have other primaries, we're still going to work them with the same fundamental speed secondary or importance and potential as any other mod. So you would keep them in here as you work your mods, because early game, yes, you want primarily those speed arrows, but as you become more developed in the game, those other primaries can be better. It's just you have to work them so that you have the potential of building high speed secondary speed mods with good primaries. So it's important to work as well. Any set, and then for primary stat, you're selecting everyone except for speed. The reason you're doing that is speed. If you select that, you'll have the speed arrows, and speed arrows we're working separately. So next for secondaries, none specified. And then we want less than level 15. We don't want any level 15 mods clogging up the pipes, because we want to see our new mods. We haven't worked these. We're just trying to see secondary stats for here. And then you click rarity mark 5 for 5 dot mods. And then you're going to want D, C, and B for green, blue, and purple mods. So when you go here and you filter these mods, you'll see I have my purple, blues, and greens. When you manage these mods, you can select all, upgrade, and then you reveal all secondary stats. And that's all you're doing with this filter. Next, we go with reveal grays. So for this one, we're going to go only unassigned mods. Again, any slot, any set. Again, same thing for only selecting everything except for speed. None specified, less than 15, rarity mark 5, and then tier gray. So it's exactly the same as the reveal secondaries, except for this one, we're revealing gray. And then here's a little tip as you're working these filters and we go along. So let's say I built this one that says reveal all secondaries for green, blues, and purples. You can just hit any tier and then hit gray and then save that filter, and then that's going to be your reveal gray filter. So that's a good way to build these, especially once you start going to the working mods. All right, so now that we have this, I'm going to show you what you're going to do with this gray filter. So you're going to go in, you're going to manage mods, you're going to select all, and then you're going to upgrade them, and then you would upgrade them to level 6. If you got some money, level 9. If you're ballin', you're going to go 12. And then you reveal all those secondary stats, and that's it. Then you can back out of this and go into your filters, and then we're going to go to sell no speed. So for this one, only unassigned mods, any slot, any set, same thing, speed, and then this is where it changes. So normally your filter all secondaries looks like this. You're going to click speed, and then on the right hand side it says has speed. No, we don't want that. We're going to click it again and it says doesn't have speed. So now what this filter is going to do is if any mod doesn't have any speed secondaries, it's going to reveal them. And then less than level 15, mark 5, and any tier. So I filter this mod, and then I haven't worked my mods, so a lot of these don't have speed secondaries. But normally I would just go in here, manage mods, select all, and sell them. It's very important that you're looking at what you're doing when you sell mods. Don't just come in here like a zombie and mindlessly sell stuff. Make sure you do a quick once over so that you ensure that you're selling what you mean to sell. All right, so that's selling no speed. Next, we're going to go into working. So now that we have revealed our secondaries, we've sold the ones that didn't have any speed secondaries because you don't want those in your account. Next, you're going to go into working them. And then one quick note for the selling no speed. When I say you need to look at them, if you have some mods don't need speed. So if you have a tenacity mod with tenacity substat, you should probably save that. You need tenacity mods with tenacity substats. Some characters like Emphas Nest don't even want speed. So ensure that when you sell no speed, it's imperative that you use critical thinking to understand what you want to sell and what you don't want to sell. And if you are working your mods and you see those mods that don't have speed secondaries but you want to keep them, like I lock all my tenacity mods without speed secondaries that I'm keeping. So it's important that you fully utilize that lock mechanism as best you can. All right, so let's go over working our mods. And again, like I said before, once you set up your first one for working gray mods, all you're going to do is you're going to go any tier, and then you're going to save this for green mods, and then any tier, save it for blue, any tier, save it for purple, any tier, save it for gold. And it's important that you have these separately because you're looking for different things. And if you watched my mod guide on building 25 plus speeds, secondary mods, you're going to understand that different mods have different standards as you work them on what has potential. So that's why we work them one tier at a time. So working gray, we're going to go only unassigned mods, any slot, any set, same thing, primary stat, everything except for speed, none specified for secondaries, at least level 1, mark 5 for 5 dot mods, and then tier E for gold. So I'm going to hit that middle button and save it. Next, I'm going to go any tier again, and then select that green button to save for working greens, and then any tier, save for working blues, any tier, save purple, B for purple, and then any tier, A for save for working golds. Next, you're going to go into 6 dot mods. So when you work your golds, you're taking them to 6 dot mods. But when you work 6 dot mods, it's important to not just work the ones that you just brought into your account. It's imperative you're working on the ones that have the most potential. So for this one, I unclick that only unassigned mods. I want every single mod that fits this criteria to be in here. So it's important you pay attention to that. So again, any slot, any set, any primary stat except for speed. And then here, we're going to have a little different setup for the speed secondaries. All right. So normally it looks like this, where it says filter all secondaries, none specified. So for here, you're going to hit speed, and then you're going to keep it checked to has speed. But now you're going to click under that, and then see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to keep it on 5. For the slice count, less than 5. You're looking for less than 5. And what that is going to do is it's going to keep the amount of slices at 4 or less. And that's because you don't want to see those 5 hits on speed. After they hit 5 hits on speed, you're pretty much done working them. All right. So at least level 1, it really doesn't matter for this one. As long as you don't change it, it's going to do what it needs to do for you. Rarity, mark 6. So ensure you have that because you're working your 6 dot mods. And then tier, any tier. So let's go ahead and filter these mods. And then from here, I would sort it by speed. And then you may be wondering, why do I keep my gold mods if I can't slice them anymore? It's because I can still calibrate these. So I still have the potential to work on these if I wanted to. So like this one, I have 6 calibrations. If I wanted to, I could, come in here, filter out crit chance, try to hit speed on here. So that's why I keep my mods, why I keep 6 uh, gold, 6 gold mods here. And then same thing, blue mods, purple mods, it doesn't matter. You're just working the mods that have the most potential in your account. So that's why it's important to have all them together so you have a full understanding of what 6 dot mods you need to work and what has the most potential. Also, it's important that you filter out those ones that hit 5 speed, because if you have all your old mods in here that already hit 5 speeds, it really just kind of like jams up your how many mods you have in here, and it's really difficult to work them because you just have too many mods there, and it really is just too much information. So I think it's best if you filter it out, and it's gonna give you that better understanding of what is available in your account to work. Next, we have speed arrows. So for speed arrows, we have only unassigned mods. Any slot, we're gonna for the mod slot, we're gonna hit, of course, the arrows. Mod set, any set, primary stat, speed, and then the rest we're gonna keep at pretty much default. So none specified for secondaries, at least level 1, any rarity, and any tier. And then when I'm working speed arrows, I have this one filter, but usually I'll go in one set at a time. And that gives me a good understanding of what my speed arrows look like for all my different sets. So I can come in here and work them one at a time. So something like this, I have a lot of health speed arrows. Like health is pretty universal as a set, so I have a lot of them. But this is honestly a lot, so I may come in here and just sell a few of them because I just have too many in my account and I need to open up some space. So that's my guide on filters, what filters I use. If you tune into my next video, I will go over how I work my mods, and I'm gonna do a quick mod working guide. So as I use these filters to work on my mods. So tune in for that. If you like this content, go ahead and like and subscribe, and tune into my future videos to learn more about mods. I also stream my grand arenas, and I go live and I do account reviews. So if you're interested in that content, feel free to like and subscribe so that you can see my daily content. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. And if you have any questions, concerns, or comments on how you work your mods or how you work your filters, go ahead and drop a comment, and let's see how you use filters to better your working mods. So thanks, take care, and I'll see you next time.